is your time. Things are just vibing more during summer. That thing you're thinking about right now, trust me, do it. How do I start this video? Summer. Oh my god. Summer is your time. Your time to do whatever you want. It's just hot girl summer, as they say. And in this video, I'm telling you exactly why summer is the perfect time to do things. And I'm also encouraging you to just become maybe not the best, but a better version of yourself. Let's just begin. You have more time during summer. If you're a student like me, then you have a longer school break and maybe you even get bored, and especially if you're not traveling around or working, then you have the time to do things. And I'm not saying get up in the morning, work on your goals, don't do anything else and go to sleep and repeat that the entire summer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying from all the time you have during summer, just take 1 or 2 hours, maybe a week or a day, or maybe even just 1 or 2 hours during the entire summer to kind of work on yourself. Also, the time thing, the days are way longer during summer. So also, you might think now, yeah, whatever, summer, but I'm waiting for the new year to begin with my new resolutions. No, it's great to have New Year's resolutions, but why would you wait for 2025 to begin when you can just start right now? And something that often happens when a new year arrives is that every goal you ever wanted to achieve during the last year is just set for this new year. And then when 2025 comes, you just write a whole damn list and now I gotta achieve this. And after the first week of the first year, that entire mindset might kind of dissolve because you're realizing it's actually harder to achieve 35 goals at once than I thought. And also that kind of new year feeling is kind of gone. Why don't you just split your goals and start right now? And then when 2025 comes, you have already achieved or worked on some things you wanted to achieve, and there's less pressure on yourself for the new year. So instead of having yearly resolutions, you have half a year resolutions. So this is your sign to pick up some of the New Year's resolutions that maybe you forgot or kind of neglected. Depending on what exactly you want to do and work on yourself, maybe it only works in summer. For example, if you want to work on connecting with nature and being outdoor more and biking and swimming and just doing outdoor activities, that is way more pleasant during summer. A big thing that has a very big influence on me is that things are just vibing more during summer. Because during summer, I'm open, I'm happy, school's ended, I have time, I want to do this and this and this and this. And I'm just so motivated and the sun is shining and the weather is good and everyone's just in a good mood. When thinking of fall, I just want to get myself a cozy little coffee and just watching Rory Gilmore in my bed. I'm not really motivated to work on myself, but winter's just tiring. And that's a fact. Like, I'm not just saying this because it feels tiring. It is biologically more tiring because your body has to warm you up all the time, which is harder because outside it's colder. Let me give you a little spark of motivation. You can end your summer break all tanned and all summery and in that summer feeling and have also achieved things. I also did this. And now, by the way, I speak this language, and by the way, I wrote a book. I just talked very generally about pretty much everything. So let me give you some examples of what I want to achieve or kind of work on this summer. And then I will also give you some ideas on what you could work on this summer. So the things I am working on is, first of all, I'm writing a short story. I'm doing it for school though, because I'm writing a thesis about it, which means I have to do all my research on how to write a short story, what my short story is. I have to plan it out. I can't just sit down and start. I told myself this summer, you are going to try work on your thesis 1 hour a day. I only did that like 4 or 5 times ever since I've been here. It has been amazing. I didn't like pressure myself and say, oh my god, you're so stupid, Lila, you didn't get your 1 hour a day. And it lifted so much stress off of me. I noticed I actually don't need to do 1 hour every single day to get it done on time. Because after 4 or 5 hours, I realized things are actually going faster than I thought. Maybe you want to write a book, invent a little story, put a story on Wattpad. What do I know? Another example, I love languages. Languages in me were like, wow. English, I love English. English is the last language I've learned. But I have been wanting to learn some more languages recently, such as Arabic and Turkish. Arabic because I am Algerian, and in Algeria they speak a lot of Arabic. I only speak Berber, so another language that is spoken in Algeria. I have an advantage because it's kind of similar to the language that I already speak, but it's hard because I have to learn the new way of writing. And I once started with Duolingo, but it actually didn't help me. And another language I want to learn is Turkish, because I've watched a Turkish show and I don't know, I just like the language so much. Once I was outside and I heard some people talking Turkish, and I just had this big desire to understand what they are saying. I set myself a goal, learn Turkish. I started yesterday. I actually looked up how to learn a new language from scratch. I listened to some podcasts for Turkish beginners. I watched my Turkish show. And another goal that I constantly have is to just work on my business, on my side hustle, UGC, and on growing on social media to make social media a full-time job, to become an influencer. I post every day, which I also tried to do before summer break, but I didn't really achieve that, and now I do. I just like to produce multiple reels so that when I'm not motivated or something like that, I can just post the ones in my drafts. So like right now, I don't actually need to have a YouTube video right now because I still have one that I need to upload, but I decided to use this afternoon, get ready, do a few Instagram reels, and film a YouTube video that I'm gonna have for later on. Also, UGC. This morning, I just pitched to some brands, and at the end of the day, I just know I did something. I didn't pour my entire sweat into that the entire day and haven't done anything else, but at the end of the day, I know like I worked on my goals a little. Even if it was just 10 minutes, I did something for that. The next goal that is really hard for me, I do not know why, maybe it's because I'm a little lazy, working out. I told myself in Algeria, you will be working out every day because you have the time, 10 minutes a day. We're working on that, but I'm planning on doing it. And even if you're just having the plan or the intention of doing that, that is already very good. And then the last actual goal that I have is to read. I thought I would have finished 2 books by now. I haven't. I am not even halfway through the only book I'm reading this summer yet. As you have just heard, I have set myself multiple goals, and I have told you that I've worked on many of them. So it's okay if I neglect the reading, but I'm doing other stuff, and that's okay because you cut yourself some slack. I talked a lot about the goals I set myself. Maybe you just realized, oh, I also want to learn a new language, but maybe you were like, I want to work on something, I don't know what. Let me give you some ideas. First, food is important. We need it to live. So why don't you make something out of food? Maybe you want to develop the habit of eating right, eating healthy, and also seeing, according to your body and your daily activities, what kinds of foods and what portions of foods you need. Search up what is healthy and unhealthy. Just make sure you start eating healthy, which was actually also a goal of mine, I'm just remembering. Another thing is learning to cook or bake. As practical as like the freezed made food from the stores is, it's often actually not that healthy, and it can never compete with homemade food. Just find new recipes. Maybe you will find your new favorite dish. Something that I always wanted to do, create a movie, just some kind of short movie. Create a storyline and film that. Maybe you can do it yourself with different characters. Like, I know it. You shot my mother. What? No, I didn't. Just like that. and you've created a movie. Or something else, filming. If you're like me, if you like to talk a lot, you like to take pictures of yourself, film yourself, then maybe you should also start a YouTube channel. Or something that I did years and years before actually starting posting on YouTube is film things and film vlogs and just edit them and just keep them for myself. If I still had that stuff, I would have content ready for the next 3 years. Learn an instrument. I know everyone always says that in that what to do when you're bored videos, and it's not as easy as it sounds. Trust me, I know. Just try an instrument. Even if you give up like me, then maybe you know half of a piece. That's already cool. And if you see a piano somewhere or a guitar, and someone's like, does anyone play? And you're like, I know how to play. I know how to play. I know how to play Chicago by Michael Jackson on the guitar. If you're someone that also wants to be one of these aesthetic, mentally super healthy girls that always journals every day, then try that. Another thing that I've briefly mentioned is to connect with nature. I don't know the spiritual level of connecting with nature, but just going out, or even just go out on your balcony and just look out, look at the trees, feel the wind on your cheeks, feel the sun on your skin. Whenever I go out and I take a little walk, I'm always like, why don't I do this more often? This is so beautiful. Inform yourself about anything. I have so many little things that I see during the daily or hear of where I'm like, that's interesting, I want to know more about that. And then when you have a free minute, just research, do your research. And it's actually pretty cool. You just enrichen your general culture. For example, if I do my research, then I would actually for a fact know that I am probably poisoning my body with this right now. Sin 383, what the hell is that? How do I know that that's not some liquid that is actually clogging my blood vessels? I don't know. You can also just spend a day glowing up, physically or mentally. If you do a physical health day and rest day, then that also might be good for your head. And then you have a glow up and a free therapy session. Just have your glow up, which at some point I will also post a video on how to glow up, so stay tuned. I think these were enough ideas. If you need some more, tell me, because I will give you more ideas. Get up, get yourself your phone or a notebook, write down one or maybe multiple things that you want to achieve and actually try to at least achieve one or at least work on one. Summer is gone, it's cold, it's winter, and you've achieved 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe started working on 1, 2, 3, 4 things. The other thing is to actually stay consistent while doing something. It's a little hard. At some point I will also post a video on how to stay consistent, so just wait for that. But often the start is the hard part. And once you've started, it's like a ball that's rolling. So if you started, or even if you just thought to yourself, I'm gonna do something, then I'm proud of you, because that's already a step. So that thing you're thinking about right now, should I actually get up and do it? Yes, trust me, do it. And tell me in the comments what exactly your goal is, or your goals are, and how you want to work on them. I will check up on you. Just wait. And I will remind you to stay consistent. See you when you've achieved your goal. Bye.